There are cognitive limitations in human nature, and it is this limitation that determines one's perspective on a problem. Many people always use one-sided appearance to judge the substance of things, with what they see, hear, think, and adhere to the cognition to arrive at the truth of things. In fact, this is the biggest mistake, even if they think they are sober thinking and cognition, but also fall into the misunderstanding of cognitive limitations. Let's tell a story first. Two traveling angels sought shelter at a wealthy household. The family was inhospitable, refusing them the comfort of the guest room and instead relegating them to a cold corner in the basement. As they prepared to sleep, the elder angel noticed a hole in the wall and promptly patched it up. The following night, they sought refuge at a very poor farmer's house. The couple warmly welcomed them, offering what little food they had and even giving up their own bed for the angels. The next morning, the angels found the farmer and his wife in tears. Their only source of livelihood, a cow, had died. The younger angel was furious and demanded an explanation from the elder. Why did the first family, wealthy but selfish and cold-hearted, receive help with the wall hole, while the second family, poor yet kind-hearted, suffered the loss of their cow without intervention? The elder angel replied, "Things are not always as they seem. When we stayed in the basement, I saw through the hole in the wall that it was filled with gold. The homeowner, consumed by greed, was unwilling to share his wealth, so I sealed the hole to prevent him from discovering the riches within. Last night, the angel of death came for the farmer's wife, and I substituted the cow in her place. So things are not always as they seem." The young angel is like a young man who has not yet been introduced to the world. He cannot see the reality hidden behind the illusion of chaos and confusion. So sometimes what the eye sees is not always the truth. This cognitive limitation can prevent us from knocking on the door of truth, making wrong judgments about things we don't understand, about areas that are not yet known. So how do we break the cognitive limitations and get closer to the truth of the matter? The first step is to set aside intuition. In our daily lives, we often tend to rely on intuition when thinking and judging issues. Just like the young angel seeing the dead cow and immediately assuming it is a bad thing. However, relying solely on intuition can easily lead to cognitive biases. People who overly rely on intuition often have excessive confidence in their cognition, judgment, and abilities. For example, when entering the stock market, investors often believe they will make money. However, surveys show that over 50% of investors have been consistently losing money since opening their accounts, mainly due to overestimating their grasp of market information. People who overly rely on intuition also tend to blindly trust authority. For instance, they instinctively believe that students graduating from prestigious universities must be more capable than those from ordinary schools. They unquestionably accept doctors' advice. They believe everything promoted in newspapers must be true. However, in this complex world, distortions of truth are ubiquitous, such as in the food industry or the media industry. Blindly believing in such information may lead to consuming unhealthy food or being deceived by false reports. Setting aside intuition and returning to rational analysis can prompt us to objectively assess ourselves and the world around us, learn, and enhance our cognitive abilities. Only then can we truly achieve personal growth. The second step is to abandon attachment. People tend to trust those they like or things they are attracted to, including those with charm, similarity, relevance, or familiarity. Some also tend to uphold their existing beliefs and resist differing views. When discussing something and seeking evidence, they selectively choose what benefits them, ignore dissenting opinions, or even distort memories to support their views. In other words, they only see what they want to see. However, in daily life, phenomena vary greatly and are intricately complex. Yuval Noah Harari, the author of *Sapiens: A Brief History of Humankind*, once said, "Humans have been living in the post-truth era all along. In less developed times they were deceived, and in times of information explosion, they only believe in facts that conform to their values." If we cling to our preferences or feelings rather than engaging in rational analysis, it's challenging to see the truth of things and may even lead to serious consequences. In 1989, Brazilian Airlines Flight 254 flew in the wrong direction, resulting in a forced landing due to fuel exhaustion, leading to 13 deaths. The investigation found that this was due to the captain misinterpreting the heading data. There were already signs indicating that the aircraft was flying in the wrong direction, but the captain, fixated on his own experience and convinced that he could not be wrong, disregarded the evidence of the incorrect direction. Try to let go of your attachment, discard temporary gains and losses and feelings. Instead, observe the subtle changes in things with care and capture the essence behind appearances. Only then can we come closer to the facts. The third step is to see the world with a heart. Just as in the story of the angels we began with, in this complex world, truth often gets entangled within a web of elaborate facades. Our eyes and our cognitive shortcomings all hinder us from knocking on the door of truth, leading to erroneous judgments about unfamiliar matters and unexplored domains. So, don't rely too much on your eyes. Instead, use your intellect to see through the truth of things. Those who don't observe and think with care, those who gaze without purpose, will forever only see the surface of things. Only by opening our hearts and looking with understanding eyes can we penetrate the phenomena of things, delve into their inner structures and essences, discern differences, make comparisons, and grasp the deeper and more essential aspects hidden behind appearances. Friends, open your heart, abandon attachment, observe with care, abide by the natural course, go with the flow, and see all beings and everything with equality and impartiality. Only then can we break through our cognitive limitations, discover the truth, and make wise choices. I hope you learned something today. If you love this video, please share, like, and comment. It would mean a lot to me. I appreciate your doing so. Wishing you a beautiful day.